Overall, I feel like the riots is necessary. Everything happens for a reason. It's like everything has a purpose. Like when life is in balance, life is gonna balance itself out. And that's just what's going on. You had a lot of stuff going on over the years, and sometimes it might not have been the reaction that it should have been, and sometimes it was, just that or just enough, and then I forgot. But this is the first time like it's really carrying on for a substantial period of time, and you're getting major acts. But the key I see, and I understand that you've had certain young white rebellious organizations joining with certain black political organizations in the past, but it's the most heightened, I say right now. So I say overall, you got unity within the people, young black and white youth out there, and they're just expressing themselves. It's a culmination of what came before them, the millennial generation, and Gen Z is just taking it to the next level. The millennials, we were radical, we were against the grain, we were do it our way, we were you're not gonna tell us, and they are just that next step of it. They come up a certain way, they come up a bit freer, they're not really hiding nothing, so we might have had to sneak and go do stuff outside. They just could go do it, so they just are a freer generation, and each generation will get more and more free. And we coming up on the same music. We're coming up culturally liking and looking at the same thing. So it's just more of a one world. And I think that's the future that posts all of this, and you can throw into, oh yeah, it's part of the agenda, oh yeah, this and that, oh yeah, it's just coming from Marshall. All of that is some truth in everything. But I think overall, when this is all over, it's checks and balances. And you need to know that if you get out of pocket, it's going to be some type of consequence. And a young rebellious youth can ensure that. Now we can get to a point where it gets to robots, and once you get to that point, you're gonna need Neuralink to compete, and facial recognition, to where you couldn't do, like, post this is gonna, like I say, post corona and post this is gonna really ramp up the need for the 5G, the 5G tech, because you're going to need that Chinese facial recognition to protect stores in the future. Because now, under that system, if you run in the store, it just will scan your face. It's going to be, things are going to get tighter. You're going to have police drones post this that are equipped with weapons. You're going to have a lot more AI being involved in society and protecting the interests of buildings, because it's going to become, if it keeps going at the rate that it is, and by it being no school, with the corona going on, a lot of people being laid off, these kids just at home, there's not much to do, a lot of sports aren't reconvened, they're already antsy because they've been home. If it keeps going at this rate, you're going to see a fast push for the advancement of technology for security purposes, because the streets may become too dangerous for your regular officer. So whereas you could get this off with a human, they have some robots out here that you wouldn't have a chance against. They have drones that can follow your every movement, that are equipped with weapons. They have drones that can move like your best army man. I mean, not drones, but robots that can move like your best army man, and is equipped to move through multiple types of terrain, that can run, and just very advanced. So a reaction to this for businesses and their interests is going to be that they need robot security. They need something that takes it to the next level to ensure that this doesn't happen again. And like I said, it'll be facial recognition and some type of AI heightened support. So prepare for what's coming. It's not really anything to be scared about. Everything happens for a reason. Advancement happens for a reason. The push of society happens for a reason. Society has been imbalanced. This is balancing the scales. This is unity. And if nothing else, I mean, this is just how the youth want to do it. You don't have to counter signal. You might not agree. I'm not saying that I 100% agree with methods, but like, I believe the intention is good, and as long as the intention is good, I can respect what you have going on. So to the youth, just respect them, man. I'm not going against what the youth has going on. Is love to them, and we just send the best wishes, because at the end of the day, I believe we all have a similar goal in mind. 5 plus 5, 6 plus 4, 7 plus 3. It's different ways to get to 10. And this is just the route that they might want to go. You might feel like you have a different route. That doesn't mean that you can't keep pursuing your route. But right now, as we know, it's a young person's world, and they have the rock right now. And this is how they're choosing to go about it. They're not going to take the disrespect. What they want, they're going to take. They're very ambitious. They want to live a certain lifestyle, as we all do. And they're not just going to sit back and watch and waste opportunity. If something presents itself, they're going to go for it. So it's a lot to respect about the millennial generation, which is mine, and Generation Z, which is the generation after. It's respect and love to all of all colors. It's about time good people with good hearts, with good intention, just come together for something positive. And coming out of this, I believe it will be a positive thing. Sometimes, you have to walk through the fire to get to the light. You got to go through the darkness to get to the light at time. So it's going to be a beautiful thing that comes after this. I'm not saying it's not going to be an adjustment period, but ultimately the big picture, when we looking down the line, it's going to be a lot of changes. But like we always do, we'll adjust, and I think the world for the youth after the youth, the kids, is going to be a world that's more united and more on the same page and more accepting of all colors and less racially biased. I think people just going to be all the way in tune. And this is just a step towards that. So I'm just sending all the positive vibes to it. No negativity. Don't get too into what's right now. Just know, in the end, it will be a positive result. So peace, positivity, and love to everybody. What do you think is coming next? What do you think needs to be the next steps? How do you feel about what's going on? Let me know in the comments. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Thanks to everybody for supporting, for tuning in. Hit the like button. Follow us on Twitter. We're not in a box. R.I.P. George Floyd.